Today we're going to solve two-step equations. To begin solving this two-step equation, we're going to split the equation into a left side and a right side. Our goal to solve this equation is to get x alone. So my first step in getting x alone, I'm going to subtract 6 from the right side. That's worth 0, so I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to subtract 6 from the left side. 10 minus 6 is 4. So I'm now left with 4 equals negative 2x. X isn't alone yet, so on the second step here I'm going to divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. And I have 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2, so I have negative 2 equals x is my solution, or if you want to rewrite it as x equals negative 2, either solution will work. In the next equation, once again, we're going to solve it, so that means we want to get x alone. So here we're going to get rid of the constant first, so to get rid of this minus 4 or negative 4, I'm going to add 4. That's worth 0, so I can cross it off. So I do the same thing on the right side. I add 4. 3 plus 4 is 7 equals, over here I'm left with a positive 7x, so I'm just going to rewrite it as 7x. I'm going to divide the left side by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, so I can cancel that out. Divide by 7, and I get x equals 1. On this example, our goal is still to solve the equation, so that means our goal is to get the variable or n alone here. So I'm going to split it into a left and a right side. So to get rid of that plus 2, I'm going to subtract 2. Over here I'm going to subtract 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. I still have my equal sign in the middle, and now I'm left with n divided by 7. N's not alone yet. To get rid of dividing by 7, we're going to multiply by 7. If I do it to the left side, I have to do it to the right side, and I'm left with n equals 0 times 7 is 0. In the next equation, we have fractions. I'm going to show you two ways to do these fractions problems. The first way is to do them just how we did and get that variable alone. So right here I'm going to add 1/5. That cancels out. Over here I'm going to add 1/5. I'm left with q over 15 equals, I have 1 plus 3 on the top is 4 over 5. Now I still have to get q alone. Q has that divided by 15 with it, so I'm going to multiply by 15 to get rid of it. Over here I'm going to multiply by 15, but I'm going to rewrite it as 15 over 1. And now I can cross cancel. I'm going to say 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And I'm going to be left with q equals on the top I have 4 times 3 is 12. And on the bottom I have 1 times 1 is 1. We all know that 12 over 1 simplifies to 12, so I'm going to get rid of that 12 over 1 and say that q equals 12. That's the first way to do it. Okay, the next way to do it is to get rid of the fractions. Okay, here's how you get rid of the fractions. If I needed to find a least common denominator here, my least common denominator would be 15. So here's how you get rid of the fractions. You multiply every one of these times 15. So I would have 15 times 1/5 n minus 15 times 1/3 equals 15 times 8/3. Now I'm going to take all these 15s and write them as 15 over 1. Okay, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And notice I have 3 times 1. N is just going to be 3n minus 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now I'm left with 5 times 1, which is 5, equals, now here, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 15 divided by 3 is 5, and on the back side here I'm left with 5 times 8 is 40. Now notice, every one of these terms would have a denominator of 1, but I do not need that. Now we're just going to finish up by solving this equation. Alright, to do that here, we're going to add 5, we're going to split it into a left side and a right side. I want to get that n alone on its own side, so I'm going to get rid of this minus 5 by adding 5. Over here I'm going to add 5. 40 plus 5 is 45, equals, on the left side I'm left with a 3n. Now I want to get that n alone. We're multiplying by 3, so here we're going to divide by 3, and I get n equals 15. So whether you want to add and subtract with the fractions like we did in example 1 with the fractions, or if you want to multiply by the least common denominator and get rid of the fractions and solve, either way will give you the same solution.